You got questions? I got the answers. What's going on, my YouTube fam? We've got a couple of questions on some of my YouTube videos that I'm going to answer right now. I know some of you have probably been waiting on this video for a while, so here it is. And if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone because I have my questions on my phone, okay? So let's get to question number one. Question number one is from Anil Kumar, ANILKUMAR, and he asks, what do you take intra-workout? I don't take anything intra-workout. I don't really think it's necessary. You see a lot of people taking intra-workout that may consist of some type of stimulant, like caffeine or something like that, in order to just give them a boost in the middle of the workout. But I don't take any caffeine. The only thing I do is I sip on BCAAs all throughout my workout, and I do that all throughout the day, every day, just because, I mean, it's been shown that BCAAs are very helpful in maintaining lean tissue, and the BCAA supplement that I take, it helps replenish electrolytes. Now, amino acids are the building blocks of muscle, so I think it is advantageous if you sip on BCAAs while working out, and just throughout the day, period. Just because for those of us who, I will be starting a cut soon, so for those of us who are trying to maintain some of them hard-earned gains, right, it's only right, well, in my mind, it makes sense to just sip on some BCAAs. I put them in a big jug, just maybe like 1 or 2 scoops, and I just sip on that. So that's the only thing that I drink during my workouts. So thanks for the question. Anil Kumar has another question. What is the rest timing between sets? Now, on most of my sets, I'll probably take, like on the deadlifts and the squats and the overhead press, I'll take anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. And you may ask why, and my response to that is, simply because I'm after strength. I chase strength in the gym. If you're only taking like 60 seconds in between your sets, to me that's more of a cardiovascular workout. And if I want cardio, I'll just hop on a treadmill or I'll go for a run outside. In the gym, we build muscle, right? Outside of the gym, anything that is fitness oriented, I think that it's going to be cardio. Cardio is for outside of the weight room, in my opinion. Yeah, there are some things that you can do for cardio, like circuits and stuff like that. But for me, I'm in the gym lifting weights to build muscle and to add strength. And that's what's worked for me over the years, so that's just why I do it. And even on curls, I'll take max 3 minutes in between my sets. Again, strength is key, and that's the only thing that I'm training for. So that's why my time in between sets is a lot longer than what you're usually used to seeing. But I am doing a lot more heavier lifts, a lot more compound lifts, like squats and deadlifts and overhead presses and pull-ups and heavy rows and stuff like that in my workouts than a lot of people. So that's why I take as much time as I do. Okay, good question, Anil, and thank you. Next question. I'm just going down my comment list and answering as many questions as possible, okay? So another question is from Anil. He answered a couple questions in a row. How long does it take to finish a workout? For me, generally it takes about 1.5 hours. Now, I'm just one of those people who I love to work out. I just do. Again, I've said it in another video, but it just makes me feel good when I work out. So, I mean, that's why I do it. Taking 2 to 3 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes in between each set, my workouts last about 1.5 hours. Now, I can get a workout done in 45 minutes if I wanted to, right? By decreasing the rest time. Basically, that would probably put me around maybe like 1 hour. So maybe 45 minutes to an hour if I decrease my rest time in between my exercise or in between my sets. But I could get a workout done in about 45 minutes to an hour if I wanted to. But like I said before, I take anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes in between my sets to recover, depending on the exercise that I'm doing. So for me, the minimum amount of time that it'll take for me to finish a workout is about an hour and a half. If I'm off of work and I have nothing to do, I could be in the gym for 2 hours, easy. So thank you for your third question, man. Keep asking those questions too. So let's see what else we got. Okay, this question is from Thomas Elshby, Eshelby. He asked, he commented, I see you do face pulls for rear delts, but no side delt work. Do your delts get developed just from the presses you do? And also, is pressing enough for chest with no flies? In my opinion, yes. If you press heavy enough, you do not need side raises to build good shoulders. In my opinion, side lateral raises are kind of a way to set yourself up for an injury, because most people don't do them right. So I just don't do them at all, because it's like I'm chasing strength and I am scared to try to do side lateral raises for strength. So you won't find somebody who can overhead press a good amount of weight and have small shoulders. Okay, side lateral raises won't put my shoulders over the edge. It's the heavy pressing that I do that's going to put my shoulders over the edge. And genetics will play a part in how my shoulders look. There aren't too many people who can overhead press 225 pounds maybe once or twice and have small shoulders, right? It's just not going to happen. So no, I don't do any side lateral raises. It's just strictly for my shoulders. It's heavy presses and heavy rows. As you know, rows work the rear delts, and the presses are going to work the shoulder, the whole shoulder in general. Okay, and for the second part of your question, is pressing enough for chest with no flies? Absolutely. I don't do flies at all. And when I diet, like you can't really see it now because I have, obviously a lot more fat around the muscle. But when I start to diet, you will see that I think that my chest is pretty well developed, and I don't do flies at all. I press, I do heavy bench pressing 3 times a week, and it's built me a pretty good chest. But you guys will see it once I start to diet down and to erase some of this fat on my upper body. All right, so thank you for your question, bro. Okay, another question from Anil Kumar. He asked a lot of questions. Should I do pyramid sets or straight sets? I like to do straight sets. I don't think you should have to mix rep ranges, because if I become strong in one rep range, my strength in other rep ranges will increase. And what I mean by that is, if I'm always doing 3 to 5 reps with, let's say, 315, no matter what I do, if I use those same sets and reps and I go from 315 to 405, my strength in the ranges of 10 to 12 reps and 15 to 20 reps is going to increase as well, right? Because you have that muscle. So I don't really see the need to go any higher in reps, because I'm still getting the benefit of just increasing my strength and increasing muscle. Okay, so low reps, heavy weight is going to increase the weight that you can use when you go high reps, low weight. It's all related to each other, right? You can't do one without the other. You can't become strong in one rep range and get weaker in another rep range. So that's why I'm a big advocate for, train for strength and train to become as strong as you possibly can. Okay, so in my opinion, straight sets, just keep it straight. I do 4 to 6 or 3 to 5, and that's all I focus on for most of my movements, or basically all of them. All right, so thank you for your question. Neil has another question. Should we do heavy all 3 days, or have like a heavy, light, and moderate day? And to that I have to say is, I mean, it depends on you. If you train the way that I train, yes, I train heavy, but it's only one set. It's only one heavy set. So it's not something that's going to overwork me in any kind of way. Like, I'm not overtraining my body. I'm not training in a fashion that's going to drain me or really destroy my central nervous system. Now, if you're doing 3 sets of 5 of 315 and you're using 315 for every set, then obviously you're not going to be able to maintain that over 3 days of going heavy, heavy, heavy. So if you want to do that, then you have no choice but to mix in maybe a light or a moderate day for the other 2 days, or just one day, or just have a heavy day, a light day, then a heavy day. But if you train smart and you just do one heavy set like I do, then I lift heavy all the time, but it's only for one set. And I'm not injured. I don't get, knock on wood. And I lift in a fashion that allows me to be able to do what I do on a consistent basis and not really wear myself out or wear my joints out. So it all depends on how you train. If you train smart, then yes, you can do heavy days all the time. But if you go in here and you try to do like a strong lifts 3x5, 3 days a week, then that's going to be a lot harder to do. Okay, so there you go. I get a lot of questions that are geared towards my rep ranges and my sets and my rest time. So that's really the majority of the questions that I get. So okay, here's another question this was a couple months ago. Giovanigs, Giovanigs. It says, all you do for legs is squats. Isn't some work necessary for the hamstrings? Well, yeah, you have to remember that I'm not a bodybuilder, so I'm not lifting with the intent of trying to be as aesthetically pleasing as possible. My thing is strength. And I believe that if you squat heavy enough and if you deadlift heavy enough, then it's like you're getting all the hamstring work that you could possibly need from just the deadlifts alone. Because the deadlifts and that, the deadlifts, glutes, and the upper back and the whole back in general are the muscles that will benefit the most from, deadlifting and your core, right? And let's see what else get worse in a deadlift. Your quads get worked in a deadlift. Some people are quad dominant and some people just aren't. But, for the average person, yeah, squatting and deadlifting, some form of deadlifting, it might not be just like the deadlift. You might want to do straight leg or stiff leg deadlifts if you want to bring more of your hamstrings or make it or try to make it a hamstring not dominant movement. But if you want to target the hamstrings a lot more, then you can do a stiff leg deadlift version. So yes, in my opinion, yes, you can absolutely build good legs just doing squats and deadlifts. Okay, so thank you for your question, Giovanics, if I said your name right. Homeboy Waza. I got a question. Would these 5 lifts alone build muscle the way you want without living in the gym? And is it really necessary to do direct arm work? Another good question. I always believe that if you get strongest, this is the F word, on rows, presses, pull-ups, and so on, that you will have a great set of guns. Your opinion. Great channel. Well, man, thank you. Thank you, man. Yes. I do all of the exercises that I do are the ones that I do the most. I don't change up my workouts. I might, depending on how crowded the gym is, instead of doing overhead presses, I might do dumbbell presses. And if I'm off of work, I'll add in a lot more back work. But man, you don't need direct arm work to build big arms. And if you ask me, my arm size comes from just the pull-ups, man. Heavy pull-ups, heavy rows. Yes, I do heavy curls, and I feel like that helps some, but the bulk of your arm size is going to come from like benching, overhead pressing, heavy rows, heavy pull-ups, or heavy chin-ups, or heavy dips, close grip bench pressing, stuff like that. curls are really just the cherry on top. You know, all that stuff that I just mentioned is the ice cream, it's the fudge, it's the cookie dough, it's the whatever other toppings that you like. That's what those exercises are. Curls are just the cherry on top. Like, you can live without it, honestly. Let me see, did I answer your question? Yeah, but yes, you know, you're right. If you get as strong as you possibly can on rows and presses and pull-ups, you will have your physique will be impressive, without a doubt. Okay, so homeboy Waza, I hope that answered your question, homeboy. And to continue to watch my videos and support, man. And hopefully, I'm gonna put out some more content that you will like. All right, let's see here. What's your height? My height, I'm about 5'11", 6 foot. Like, I'm 5'11", but like, if I got a compliment that day, you know, somebody be like, hey man, you getting kind of big. I'm 6 foot. You know, when you get compliments, you stand a little taller. You know, so I'm about 5'11". Right now in this video, I'm about 211 pounds, down from 215. I have a diet coming up soon. I've been figuring out my maintenance calories, but I'll do a video on that later on this week or the beginning of next week, maybe Tuesday. It should be out Tuesday. My cut video. Okay. So this video is about almost 18 minutes. Let me see if I have one more question, and then that'll be it for today's question and answer. Question from MSRCFC. He asked this question about almost a year ago, but I didn't answer it for whatever reason. He asked, should beginners or novices do ramping sets since the weight is too light and the weight differences between the ramping sets won't be high? Just do straight sets. You know, just do straight sets. Pick a weight that you can do maybe 6 times and just add 5 pounds to it, right? And set a floor, right? Set a floor and set a ceiling on your reps. Mine is 4 and 6 for some exercises, and 3 and 5. Stay in between, live in between those levels. If you're just starting out and you can only do the bar 6 times, then do the bar, right? If you can do the bar 5 times, keep doing the bar until you can get 6. Right? Then once you hit 6, add 5 pounds, and then start the process all over again. When you add 5 pounds, it might go down to 5 again, or might go down to 4. But keep on pumping it out until you get up to 6. And once you get to 6, add 5 pounds again. And you repeat this process over and over and over again for years and years and years. And then you'll get to the level that you want to be on. All right? It's called progressive overloading, which is the most important thing when it comes to building muscle. It's just consistently doing something and improving upon that. Like, that's just life in general. So yeah, just do straight sets, use the same weight, and just bang it out, man. It's lifting weights is like a constant, it's a wall, right? It's a wall that you want to break down, and every day you walk past that wall, you might punch it a couple of times, and you notice that when you punch it, little pieces of rock fall out. It may not seem like a lot at first, but if you break a piece or 2 off day after day after day in a month, you know, you would have made the wall fall down. So it's just small little bouts of effort repeated day after day after day is what results in the process that you want, or the progress that you want. So always remember that, you know, today and tomorrow in the gym is just like putting 1 stone up in a place that you would eventually want it to become, you know, the Great Wall of China. Okay, so it's just progress over time. Always remember that. Okay, so, but that's it for today's question and answer, man. If y'all have any more questions, please feel free to comment below, or y'all can go to my Instagram channel and put your comments or your questions on there. So either in the comment section below the videos or on Instagram. Okay, so I appreciate y'all's questions. Thanks for watching my video, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.